let's talk about what I call a farmer's market, but it's more than just that. Now that you're in your third year, explain what every second Saturday of the month is going to be like there.
Well, this is the third season for the Chaffee Crossing Farmers and Artisans Market, and this is a festival style market. So it's way beyond a normal, typical farmers market. We have a lot of local artisans as well. Our focus is on homegrown, homemade, and handmade products, original art, designs, and creations, local musicians, local artists, entertainers, activities. And so this is a festival style market, and it's just so much fun. We have a different theme each month, and we're some of our theme titles may sound the same as in past years, but we're working on some really cool new inventions of, what those look like. And so we're really, really excited. This year we're gonna try something different. We are collaborating with 2 UAFS students who are seniors, and they are in Dr. Kristen Tardif's community leadership class. And so their class project, this is a capstone project for them, and it was to put on a Hispanic fiesta, a cultural type event. And so we're rolling that in with the market, and we are so excited. The plans that are coming together are really exciting, and I think even the Latino Student Club, Student Association on campus is going to be getting involved, and different people in the community, musicians and other performers and business owners, Hispanic business owners. And what I really like, and this was the students, they brought this to the table. They don't want it. This is not just about Mexican culture. This is about Hispanic culture. So all Spanish speaking nations will be included in, or that's our goal, is to have them represented.
So that's a theme pretty much throughout the entire thing, or is that just 1 or 2 of the Saturdays?
That's just the May market. We will have, June is going to be My City is a Fort, and we're working on some cool partnerships for that. And, that's the cardboard fort building contest. Mm-hmm. We're working on that again. And then July is American Pie. Got some things brewing in the background, a couple of tricks up our sleeve there. And August will be probably a back to school theme. And we always like the kids to have one good last, big party before they go back to school. And let's see, September, we're sticking with the Rockin' Good Time theme, but the committee has expanded this year, and they've got some neat ideas about what we might be able to introduce in September. And then, of course, October, everybody loved our Oktoberfest last year, and it was not only a costume parade for anyone, any age, you can come out dressed in your costume, and we did a parade, but also we introduced the dog stoom contest in October, and it was a total hit.
You've taken a farmer's market and taken it to a level that probably hasn't been seen ever.
Well, it's big, and it's a lot, and it takes a lot of volunteers. Hint, hint, hint to the viewers and people watching here, and we do need more help, and especially to sustain it and grow it, and for the market to have a life even beyond FCRA. We know FCRA is a public trust, and it will be going away someday in the not too distant future. We don't know exactly when, but for things like this to continue, the community is going to have to take ownership for it. And that's why I hinted at our committee has grown this year, and several of the members are market vendors themselves, and they're pitching in because they are, in the end, they are the ones that benefit the most from it financially anyway, but the community loves this. And so for it to sustain and be sustainable and continue on, we've just got to get some more folks involved, and it's a lot of fun. The more we divide up the jobs, the easier it is.
The vendors, I know there are some deadlines for each month to be a vendor. How does that work?
It's the Friday 1 week prior to the market date, and that's so we can get some administrative stuff, get booths assigned and make sure we've got everything that we need in place operationally. But May 13th is the first market, and so I think Friday, May 5th is the first deadline. And so it's generally the first Friday of the month is going to be the deadline for applications. And we still have the lowest rates you're going to find for an event of this caliber. When I sent out the invites to prior vendors, we had over 300 vendors that we have been communicating with. And that's really amazing for a market that's just in its second year. We had over 160 vendors in our market in October, and probably easily 3,000 people easily in attendance.
Where are those folks coming from, the 3,000? I know it's a lot of from around here, but I'll bet there are some from out of state.
There are. We get reports of people coming certainly from eastern Oklahoma. They're coming from all around, the surrounding counties in Arkansas, and so do our vendors, frankly. But then we also, we had visitors that we engaged with last year who were from Northwest Arkansas. And Bentonville, Bella Vista, they had heard about our market and they came and visited. In fact, someone just told me just earlier this week that they ran into someone who was from, I think they'd been to the Bentonville or Bella Vista market, and they came to ours, and they just really were blown away by the way it was, what they experienced, and they really loved it.
What do you think this does for the community?
There is no doubt that this is knitting people together in this community. And it just seems like it's devoid of barriers. Everyone, it just seems like when they, kind of come walking in, like, it's just everyone is welcome. This is a very welcoming type of event. There are all different types of foods and activities, and there's something for all ages to enjoy. The live music sets a great ambient atmosphere, and it's such a beautiful place. Mm-hmm. And I think we see time and time again, each month, new connections being made with people either on the committee or they are volunteering. There's a lot of young people involved, the high school students. This is an easy way to get some volunteer hours, and we welcome them, and we'll be flexible with them and work with them on that as we go through the schedule. And it's a learning experience. You take, for example, these UAFS students, mm-hmm. They had never worked on an event of this caliber before. They're getting budgeting experience, they're getting planning experience, they're getting some sales experience because they are actually going out and talking to local businesses about getting sponsorships. And, then we work with local businesses that are service type business. When you think of like portable toilets, and we work with, the city to bring sanitation canisters and whatnot. And it's just amazing. There's education that even gets rolled in here. For instance, the Literacy Council comes and they have a booth and they give away books. And then we might have, other types of things where people actually practice their craft and they actually set up demonstrations. And so, it's just an amazing, slice of life that starts at 8 a.m. on a Saturday, and at 2 p.m. it's over and done. And by 4 o'clock, we're all packed up and gone, and you'd never even known we were there until the following month when it all starts over again. But it's a really, really good time for the Fort Smith region to really hone our skills. We're very good at this anyway, but it's a really good time for us to hone our skills about being open and welcoming, to people of different diverse cultures, because that's coming for us on a bigger scale with the FMS program and the Singaporeans and the Polish and, all the Germans and all the people that will be coming and living in our city. And so this is great practice for us to do some really, really good community building.
And for those who say there is nothing to do on the weekends in the River Valley, I submit to you that is not the case.
We can dispel that myth.
Lori, thank you so much.
If you like to eat, you're going to come out here at a minimum.
Thank you so much. Have a great summer. Have a great time with this program.
Thank you. And we appreciate the ongoing support of Channel 5. Your team has been wonderful. Thank you for helping us get the word out.